Hello friends, this is Aubrey from Crybaby Seminole Homestead, and I have a few really cool things to show you. One thing, I want to show you my Red Love apple, which actually is red on the center of the apple, and I'll let you know how that tastes as well. Two, I want to show you what's popping up around my strawberries, which I did a video showing you. I'll have to link it into the description and the comments, but we had made this, I had done this thing with it. I had this trough and I had transplanted strawberries, and I used some chaff from certain flowers around, and I didn't want to waste it, and I said that in case any of the seeds were still attached to the chaff or anything like that, I didn't want them to die. And lo and behold, the chaff had seeds and dropped around, and it's growing. So you're going to see that too. So cute, tiny little plants. I'm going to find a way to protect them so that I can pot them next year when they're a lot bigger. I don't want them to get shocked with a cold weather that's coming soon. And then I'm going to show you some things that are kind of surprisingly doing really well, and some areas that I reorganized. All right, everybody, let's get to it. Let's check out the red fleshed apple first. That's so exciting. Here is my Red Love apple tree that I got from, what company did I get it from? I'll have to look at the tag. But the fruit is red fleshed, and I'm going to go ahead and pick one because I want to see. I'm actually going to pick both of them because there were only a few fruits and people have been stealing them off my tree. Sadly, I'm sure people just thought, oh, look at it, there's an apple tree. But it is private property. I only have a few and I've never tasted it. So where did I get that? One Green World. So I got my fruit from the tree from One Green World. It is called Red Fleshed Apple. It's a Red Love apple tree, which is copyright trademarked. So you can't actually clone this. It would be illegal. But I want to try the fruit. And they might be a little bit underripe. I don't know. But I'm not leaving them on the tree because I won't get the fruit. Someone keeps coming over here and picking the fruit before I have a chance to try it. Let's cut into these and see what they look like on the inside and give them a taste test. I'm so impressed. It is a rainy day, and even though it's rainy and overcast, this solar fountain is still working. It doesn't take much to make me happy. This is my Columnar apple tree, which is interesting because in previous years it was green, and now the fruit does not look like sour green apples anymore. So it has rootstock, and I think maybe it's reverted to the rootstock because the fruit last year and the previous years was green and it was very tart. It was like Granny Smith apples basically. This was a green Columnar apple, and this is not a green apple. So it's probably reverted to the rootstock. I had a fig over here growing, an actual fruit, and some critter must have come by and eaten it because it was there and it's not now. But luckily I have another tree in the back that has a lot of fruit on it. We'll try that another day. I have never tasted my Red Love apples before, so we're going to give this a taste. It might be underripe. They're super small, but they're red on the inside too. So let's see. I'm sure it's a little bit underripe because it has a little bit of astringency to it, but it's really good. It's very sweet. That's Red Love. This is super yummy. It's really sweet. Isn't that weird? It's red on the inside. It's definitely a novelty. Very small apple. Looks kind of like a plum. Red Love apple. from One Green World. I will definitely be planting those seeds, although you never know what you're going to get. The core is almost red all the way through as well. Now, because it's a copyrighted variety, I'm not allowed to take cuttings, but I plant whatever I get. So that's going to get planted, but it's not going to be red love. It'll probably be one of the parents. It'll revert back to one of the parents. So I would definitely buy this tree again. And the vendor is called One Green World. It is really yummy. It's sweet. It only has a little bit of tartness to it. It's much better than what you get in a grocery store. Isn't that interesting? And that little apple seed tree, the little apple I just had was full of 6 little seeds, and they look very healthy. So I'm going to plant these. I'm going to plant them right away, but I'll probably keep them where it doesn't get too cold, probably in my greenhouse, once it starts to get colder. So I don't think it would mind the cold for a while, because apple trees like to be cold stratified. These seeds look healthy. It's not going to be red love. I'm going to call it, I think I'll call these, I don't know, like Love Child or something, because they are the children of a red love apple tree. Okay. Oh, I know. I'll call it Honey Child. I had a dear friend who passed away. He used to always call me Honey Child. It was so sweet. So these are going to be Honey Child, and I'm going to plant them. My rhubarb is growing nicely. Lots of nice stalks growing in there. Don't eat the greens. That's toxic. And this is why we need drainage holes, because this is full of water, and that can become aerobic really quickly, or anaerobic really quickly, and can be really stinky. So I'm going to put some holes in this really soon. I wanted to show you guys this planter that I done on another video. If you see all those little green seedlings, let me zoom in. See those little babies over there? All those little seedlings? That is all little tiny lavender plants, because remember, I used chaff from the lavender, and so there must have been a lot of seeds still in there. This is why I don't like to throw away the chaff, because those are all baby lavender plants, which I will transplant later, but they're all over, all in here. Tons of lavender plants all around. So I'm not going to keep growing, but they're doing fabulous in there. I probably have 100 at least in there. Look at that. All those little weeds, those are lavender. All of them are lavender. Wow, I'm so impressed. So I had just chopped up like the flower chaff and stuff and tossed all around because I didn't want to waste it. And I'm so glad that's what I did, because I have a lot of plants in there now. The crocus blooming looks so beautiful next to the artichoke. Isn't that pretty? It looks like I still have zucchini growing, which I started really late, but looking good. Hopefully it makes it through the nights for a while, because it's trying to grow some zukes right here. I think this was a gray zucchini, but I'm not positive. But the plant looks very healthy. Still got some potatoes growing here. I have one plant that could be harvested, but I don't want to disturb the other one. So I'll let it keep going. And here in Pacific Northwest Zone 8, I do get some potatoes to overwinter, so they've perennialized for me. I also had some tomato plants that I think self-seeded over here. And I actually uppotted some and brought them into my classroom. A few of them survived and in my room, in my classroom, and I'm going to see if I can keep them going until next year. So I'll just keep pruning them and taking suckers and all that and try to see if I can get my tomatoes to last to a second year. But looks like these are making fruit. Be careful if you have tomatoes near potatoes, because potatoes do grow a flower that has a very small toxic fruit, but this is definitely a tomato. That was my shoe. Just making sure you know that. Okay. Lots of growth. I reorganized this area. You probably don't even know that, but I had all house plants here that were for my classroom. They made me bring them home, and then I have to bring them back to school, back to home, back to school. And so now that this area is cleared up, I gathered up plants I've been growing, all summer, even last year. These are some fruit trees that I bought from somebody who planted them from seed. They're probably apples or pears. I guess we'll find out. I often plant apple trees from seed, and I don't care what people tell me. You can't stop me from doing it. I will do what I want to do. So I'm keeping those going. They're looking really good. So my hosta that I transplanted, they had some shock, but now they're really bouncing back. On this side, same deal. This is all houseplants over here. The lavender I got from the festival, 2 of the 3 plants are doing really well. One of them didn't make it. This is the Nana Alba, the white one. And then this one here is the Royal Velvet, which I believe is the culinary one. And then the one that didn't make it, I think, was pink. Black-eyed Susans, which I transplanted. Someone gave me very generously, dug up a big handful of them, and I transplanted them. I divided them out because I want to have lots of, just masses of them. And you can see they're already starting to really mass out. He gave me 1 clump, and now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I think I might have some in other places as well. Well, that was a very super quick update. Lots more going on than that, but busy life. All right, everybody, God bless you, and I'll see you on the next episode. Bye now. I forgot the tray I was making. Oh man, do I have some ADHD? But look, it's weatherproofed apparently. This is indoor outdoor spray paint. Looks pretty good. I can see a couple of spots where I probably want to go over it again when it's dry, but I think it looks way better than the yellow. And there's just some leaves fell down. It's been raining, but I wanted to show you what I got in the mail today. I ordered these online because I keep seeing really cool videos about them. And I often grow ginger just from the organic rhizomes that I get at grocery stores. But I wanted to try growing the Shampoo Ginger. So I ordered some Shampoo Ginger rhizomes online. It doesn't smell like ginger. It looks like ginger, but it doesn't smell ginger at all. I don't smell that scent on it. So I'm going to plant these. Nothing fancy. I'm just going to throw it in a pot of soil because I want to grow the ginger. It has this large flower head that you can squeeze the shampoo out of. So I thought it'd be fun to do. But these are going to need to be inside because it's too cold out here in Washington State. But this is the Shampoo Ginger. And I got those from somebody who lives in Florida. So they probably can be outdoors there, but not here in the Pacific Northwest. So these are just going to go into a pot to bring inside. And then my little babies of Red Love, the Red Love apple tree baby seeds I'm going to call them Honey Child in memory of my friend who passed away. And I think I'm going to put these in a cold in a Ziploc baggie with a damp paper towel in the refrigerator for a while. And if they sprout, when they start sprouting, I'll plant them. So a couple things going on here. I really want good drainage for the Shampoo Ginger, so I'm using a pot that has holes, and I'm also going to flip this upside down to make sure that I am getting lots of really good drainage on this. I don't want these to rot. And I'm going to go get some soil. So I'm kind of cheating. I'm using Miracle-Gro, but I got on a really good deal from somebody who was living in an apartment and they didn't have enough space for all of it. I think I'm actually going to probably do the Shampoo Ginger and the apple trees in the same pot, just because I'm running out of space, and I'll label it accordingly. And if these sprout, then I'll change them into something else later. But I want to go ahead and plant these. And I'm looking for the nodes. So it looks like I'll plant it like that. And I don't see, oh, there's a node right there. So this looks kind of weird, but looks like an alien. Okay. And then this one here. Make sure there's a space here. See some notes here. This doesn't look like anything. It looks like it's rotten. I don't want to put it in there. I'm going to keep this separate. And I'm going to put my little red love apple trees around the edges. There's one right here. Another one here. There. I'm planting 6 little apple trees mixed in with the ginger, which is probably not a good idea, but I will transplant them if they sprout. I'll change my thinking on that. When they sprout, I will transplant them when they sprout. Okay. So this pot has the seeds from red love apple, which I'm calling Honey Child, and then I have the Shampoo Ginger. I'm going to bring this to my classroom, and it'll be interesting for the kids because I always have them try to identify different plants, so that's always fun. And I'll put a saucer underneath this, and I'll water it tomorrow. So that's it for now.